Okay, so today we are going to start lesson 3, which is about adding and subtracting rational numbers. Okay, the first process is the addition operation. How to find the sum or how to add two numbers like 3 and 4. So simply, guys, on the number line, as we discussed before, this one will be 0, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this side for the negative will be -1, -2, and so on. So now I want to add 3 plus 4. So here on the number line, where is the point 3? Actually, it's here. So now I will start from the number 3 and then add 4. Okay, so how to add 4? It will be like that. I will start from 3, then I will count 4 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we will find that we are at number 7. That's why simply we will say that 3 plus 4 actually equal 7. Correct? Another example. Yes. Another example. If I want to add -3 plus -4.
Teacher, can I say?
Okay, no. Let me explain it first. To add -3 and -4 on the number line, if this one is 0 and 1 and 2, and this side for the negative like -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, and so on. So here I have to start from -3. So what is -3 on the number line? Actually, this point. So plus -4. So now 4 on the negative direction. So this means 4 movements to the left on the negative direction, like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we will find that the answer is -7. And actually, -3 plus -4 equal -7. Okay. If there's another question like this, it's the 3 plus -4. Again, number line 0, 1, 3, 4. Sorry, huh? We are talking about addition first, okay? Not to convert the addition into subtraction and like that. So this is the main concept of addition. -2, -3. Okay, so now 3 plus -4. 3. Where is 3 on the number line? It's this one. Now add -4. So 4 places to the left, right? 4 movements to the left. So in this case, I will start from 3 on the left direction. I mean, on the negative direction for 4 movements. 1, 2, 3, 4. So simply it's a -1. And actually, 3 plus -4 equal -1. Okay? Are we clear till this point?
Yes.
Okay.
مستر بس احنا نقدر نعرف اللي مثلا اي لو مثلا ماينس نيجاتيف يعني بلس بوزيتيف بتطلع نيجاتيف ولو نيجاتيف ونيجاتيف بتطلع نيجاتيف.
Exactly. This is just introduction. Okay,
Teacher, I have a simple rule for that. Can I say it?
guys, this is introduction. Okay, this is just introduction. I just show you how can we get the answer from the number line.
Yes.
Okay,
Can
but
I?
after that,
Yes,
okay,
teacher. Can
within,
I say a simple rule?
okay, after we finish this one, just hold, wait. Okay, okay. So if the question is like this, -3 plus 4. So on the number line, if this one is 0, and 1, 2, sorry, -1, -2, -3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I want to add -3. Where is -3 on the number line? It's this one. Then plus 4. Positive 4 means move to the right. So 4 places. So now 1, 2, 3, 4. So of course it will equal 1. Okay, and actually -3 plus 4 equal 1. Okay, let us how to get the result by using the number line. Okay, now some rules, which is very important. Sum
Teacher, I wanted to say it.
of, guys, listen so that all of you can understand. Sum of two positive numbers equal positive number. Like simply 2 or 3 plus 5, the two numbers are positive, so it will equal 8. Okay. The next one, sum of two negative numbers actually will equal a negative number. Like -3 plus -5, it will equal -9. Okay, guys, are we clear till this one?
Mr.
Yes.
equals negative
So
8.
equal -8.
Oh, sorry, -8, yes. 3 and 5. -8. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, so the sum of two positive will be positive. Sum of two negative will be negative. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Sum of two numbers different
Sign.
in sign may be positive or negative or 0. Like what? Two different signs like -3 plus 4 equal. Now, in this case, guys, the answer will be the same like the greater number sign. So here, which number is the greater, -3 or 4? Of course, 4.
4.
So the answer here will be positive. Then subtract 4 minus 3. So it will equal 1. Okay? If the two numbers like that, -9 plus 5. So the greater number here is the 9, and its sign is negative. So the answer will be negative. Then 9 minus 5 equal 4. So the answer will be -4. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Okay. In some cases, the sum of two different numbers with different signs equals 0. Like what? Like 3 plus -3. So in this case, it will be 0. Correct?
Yes.
Or -7 plus 7, also 0. Okay, guys?
Okay.
Okay, now how to add two rational numbers on the form of a over b. I mean how to add the fractions. The simplest case is to add two numbers like that. 2 over 7 plus 3 over 7. So here the two denominators are the same. So simply add the numerators. 2 plus 3 equal 5 and write down the
Over
denominator.
7.
5 over 7. Okay, so if it's A
Okay.
over B plus C over B again equal A plus C over B, like 2 over 9 plus 5 over 9, it will equal A plus C, 7 over
Equal 7 over
denominator
9.
9. This is very easy actually. If the two numbers are different on the signs, we will apply the previous rule like that. 3 over 5 plus negative 1 over 5. So 3 plus negative 1, 2 over the same denominator, so 5. Okay, guys, any questions till now?
No, thank you.
Okay.
Okay,
More
great.
clear.
Okay, so this in case if the two denominators are the same exactly. Okay, so what about two different denominators like this? A over B and another number like C over D this time. Okay, now in this case, how to add these two numbers? We will multiply the two denominators to get the common denominator. So now B times D means BD. And now divide BD by the first denominator, it will equal D. Multiply it by A, so AD plus here again, divide this one by this denominator, it will equal B. Multiply it by C, it will equal BC. Let's solve the numerical example so that we can understand this rule very well. If I want to add 2 over 5 plus 1 over 7, as we said, the first step, we will multiply the two denominators, 35. Now, divide this denominator by 5 equals 7 times 2, 14 plus. Divide this denominator by 7 equal 5 times 1 equal 5. So will equal 14 plus 5, 19 over 35. Is
طب
it
يا
clear?
مستر
ها؟
أنا عندي سؤال. لو احنا نقدر مثلا يعني مثلا هنا 2 over 5 هنخلي النيريتور 35 وهنا 1 over 7 35 ونروح عاملين 35 مرة هنا ومرة هنا 35 divided 5 equal 7 7 multiply 2 هتبقى 14 وهنا برضه هتبقى 5 over 35 بعدها نجمعهم.
Exactly, no problem. You can write it in one fraction or in two fractions. It will be the same exactly, like this. Just 1 second. I will clear this part from the board. I will remove this one to show you. You mean to that we can solve it this way. We can say that this one is a number with the denominators of 35. And the second one also 35, right? The two numbers was 2 over 5 plus 1 over 7. So now divide 35 by 5 equals 7 times 2. So it's 14. The other one, 35 divide 7 equal 5 times 1 means 5. So 14 plus 5, 19 over 35. Correct?
correct.
طب يا مستر، طب انا عايزه اسال سؤال يا مستر. What?
Yes, I'm listening.
Mister, if we have the denominator very big, 999 and 979, so in this case what we do, like this number
Actually, they will.
is very big.
No. Actually, if the denominators are really big like that, okay, they will never ask you such types of questions, okay? In this case, you have to use the calculator directly, okay? I'm talking about the small numbers, okay? This numbers like 5 and 7, 10 and 5, 7 and 11, okay? But on the large numbers or big numbers, okay, just use the calculator. It will be very simple because calculator is allowed, okay, from the second term of grade 5, okay? So no problem to use the calculator to help you in such big numbers. Okay, guys?
Okay.
But in this lesson, they will test you on the small numbers like 10 and 5, 12 and 15, and so on. Not really big numbers like thousands and hundreds, no. Okay?
But
Because
Mister,
we
if
have
this the thousands and hundreds come, then we'll use the calculator, or that's the final answer?
Yes, of course, we can use the calculator, okay? But in this lesson, only small numbers so that we want to test, okay, the rule that if you understood the rule or not. So how to test that one? By using the small numbers only. So the questions on the test will be like this, okay? Like this question, 3/8 plus 1/4. But anyways, guys, it's just introduction about the next lesson. So this lesson is introduction for the next lessons. It will be just a one step of solution of the next lesson's questions. Okay?
Okay.
So now
Okay.
how to add
Okay.
these two numbers, 3/8 and 1/4. So simply 8 times 4, 32. Now 32 divided by 8 equal 4 times 3 equal 12. 32 divided by 4 equal 8 times 1 equal 8. 12 plus 8, it's 20 over 32. Finished? No. Why no? Because we have to simplify it and write it in the simplest form. 20 over 23, divide the two numbers by 4. So it will equal 5/8. That's it.
Teacher, we can simplify it from the beginning.
Okay. From the beginning, how?
Yes, we can. We will we can simplify 32 over we can simplify 32 with 32 and 12 with 8.
12 with 8, you mean to that you will simplify 32 from here and here?
Yes.
How? We will divide by 32, for example, so you will remove the 32 and 32?
No,
or what?
teacher, not like that. The 32 was 8 and 32 was 12. You can't do it
Ah,
like
yes,
that.
that's correct. You can simplify the same fraction here and here. So this means you can simplify this one, divide by 8 equal 1, divide by 8 equal 4. And this one, you will divide by 4 equal 3, divide by 4, it will equal 8. So 3/8 and 1/4. Now, it return it back to its original form.
No,
Then
I don't
again, unify the denominators one more time.
I don't mean that. I mean that we can simplify 12 with 32 and 32 simplified with 8.
You mean like that? This number with this number and this number with this one?
Yes.
Do
Yes,
you think that would be correct?
I think so.
Okay, let's check. Here 32 and the 12. So we will divide by 4.
Yes.
So it will equal 3. Here equal 8. Then
32 is 8 can be.
32 is 8. Divide by 8 equal 1. Divide by 8 equal 4. Now becomes a 3/4 plus 1/8.
Again.
So the simplification before the process, we can do it in the multiplication, not addition or subtraction. Okay?
Oh, yes.
If
Okay.
it's like that, this will be correct 100%.
Yes, I remember something like that, but I don't remember what.
Yes.
I
Yes.
think he maybe want to tell you 4 times 3 and 8 times 1. So it will give me the 20 over 32.
Just 1 second. I will clarify this point. Guys, if it was 3 over 8 times, no. I mean, if it's 12 over 32 like that, so that the numbers can be simplified. 12 over 32. If it's times multiplication, I mean here, 8 over 32. So simply, we can simplify the numbers, no problem. We can simplify this one and this one. Divide 8 equal 1, divide 8 equal 4. That's correct, 100%. Also, divide this one by 4, this one by 4 equal 3. Okay? So this is correct. But in addition, we have to get the result, then simplify. Okay? Okay, guys, are we clear
Okay,
to this
Mr.
point? Okay, next question like this one. If I want to add 4 over 12 plus negative 10 over 15. Okay. In this case, actually, I have too many options. The first option is to simplify these numbers before addition. Like 4 over 12, actually, if we will divide the two numbers by 4, it will equal 1 over 3. Correct? Then plus
Yes. Correct.
the second number, if I will divide the two numbers by 5, so it will equal negative 2 over 3. So now, no need to unify the denominators, no need to solve it like before. So it's 1 over 3 plus negative 2 over 3. So simply, this one will equal 1 plus negative 2, negative 1 over the denominator, which is 3. Okay?
يا مستر مش
Yeah,
احنا هنا المفروض نعمل الدينومينيتور the same 12 multiply 15 نعمل الدينومينيتور the
Yes,
same.
of course, that's correct. But I found that I can simplify the numbers. So the numbers become smaller and easy. And by
Mr. I
that
didn't
way, I
understand.
got the two denominators are like exactly. Okay?
Mr. I
So the
didn't
question
understand.
becomes very easy, right?
Sister.
Yes?
Mr. أنا بس اللي ما فهمتش.
I didn't got you. I didn't got you. Again?
أنا مثلا ما
Can you
فهمتش.
repeat that part again?
Yes, okay. So in this question, guys, again, it's 4 over 12 plus negative 10 over 15. So, like before, if we will solve it by using the first method, we will just say that multiply the denominators. So 12 times 15, it will be 180. And the other number also over 180.
108.
Then divide this one by 12, it will equal 15 times 4, it will be 60. And this one divided by 15, it will equal 12. 12 times 10, it's 120, and it's a negative. 60 plus negative 120, it's negative 60 over 180. Now simplify the numbers. It will equal negative 1 over 3 by dividing the two terms by 60. Correct, guys?
Mr. Can you say it again?
Okay. So, as I told you, here we can unify the two denominators. So here the two denominators is 12 and 15. Just to multiply the two denominators, 12 times 15, it's 180. Now the two denominators becomes 180. Now get the denominators. How? 180 divided by 12, actually it will equal 15. times 4, so 60. And the next
Well,
term,
Mister,
80.
the number that came in the denominator, we will divide it by the denominator in the first one. Then we multiply it by 4. يعني
Yes,
the
exactly, by
numerator.
the numerator. Or otherwise, you can get it directly like this. 4 times 15, it's a 60. 12 times 10, negative 120. The two methods are correct. Okay?
Okay.
Then now, 60 plus negative 120, so it will equal negative 60 over 180. Now divide the two numbers by 60. To simplify, here, negative 1, here will equal 3, so it will equal negative 1 over 3. Or otherwise, I can solve it different way, like that. This number is 4 over 12. I can simplify this number by divide the two terms by 4. So 4 divide 4 equal 1. The 12 divide 4 equal 3 plus. This term also I can simplify it by dividing the two numbers by 5. Negative 10 divide 5 means it's negative 2 over 15 divide 5 equal 3. So now the two denominators are the same. So it will equal 1 plus negative 2, so negative 1 over 3.
Teacher, a second.
So if we can simplify it before the operation, it's
I have a question.
will be better. Okay?
Teacher.
So in this case, guys, it will be very simple and easy. Like one more question. If we want to add 2 over 5 plus 3. Actually, guys, in this question, 2 over 5 will be 2 over 5 as it is, plus 3 here, it's
3
a whole
over
number.
1.
3 over 1, so 3 over 1. Now we can unify the two denominators, it will becomes 5. So here, the first denominator will be 2, the second one will be 15. And then plus. So it will equal 17 over 5. That's it. Okay,
Okay.
this one is clear?
Yeah, Mister.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, great. One more question like this, mixed numbers, 3 and 1 over 4 plus negative 2 and 1 over 5.
Mister حلها عادي.
No. All of you listen to me. So, in this case, guys, to solve such type of questions, whenever you see a mixed number, just convert it into improper fraction. How? 4 times 3 equal 12 plus 1 equal 13
13.
over. Then plus the next number. 5 times negative 2, it's negative 10. Okay, then plus, so ignore the sign here. So 5 times 2, 10, plus 1, 11 over 5. So it will be negative 11 over 5. So now what will be the next step? Now the question come in the easiest form. Now the
4
denominator
multiply
4 and
5. And 5
so the
multiply
two
4.
denominators becomes 20. Now 13 times 5, it's a 65. 4 times 11, negative 44. 65 minus 44, it will equal 21 over 20. Finished. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Is it clear, guys?
Yeah, Mister.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes. More
Okay.
clearly.
Okay, great. One more question. If it's 8 over 12 plus negative 15 over 18. So here, there are two options. The first option is to unify the denominator by using 12 and 18 and they get big numbers, okay, and take a long time for solving the question. Otherwise, if I can simplify the two numbers, then go ahead. It's better, of course. So 8 over 12, we can divide the two numbers by 4. So 8 divide 4 equal 2. 12 divide 4 equal 3. I think now it's better. And the numbers are smaller. So it will become more easy than plus. Here, 15 and 18, we can divide the two numbers by 3, of course, right?
3.
So it will
Yeah.
be -5 over 18 divided by 3
6.
means 6. Okay, now the two denominators, 18. And this one, 6. And this one, -15. 6 plus -15, -9 over 18. Simplify the number, divide the two numbers by
1
9.
over 2.
-1, don't forget the sign. -1 over 2. Finished. Clear, guys?
Clear, Mr.
Okay, great. So now the next part of this lesson, it's about the properties of addition. The first property of the addition, it's the closure. Closure property. What's the meaning of closure property? Closure property means the sum of any two rational number equal rational number. Sum of any two rational numbers is rational number. Of course, yes, that's correct. This means 2 over 7 plus 3 over 7. This one is a rational number and this one is a rational number. So the answer or the result will be rational number also. Okay, so
Mr.
that
يعني anonymous a closure property is a normal question. مسألة
actually
عادية.
no, it's not a question, it's just a property. Okay, they want to tell you that if you will add any two rational numbers, you will get a rational number. That's it. Okay, like if you will add two integers, you will get integer. Simply, of course, logically, right?
Okay. Right.
Okay, the second one, it's the commutative property. Commutative property means 2 over 5 plus 1 over 5, it will equal 1 over 5 plus 2 over 5. Guys, did you realize what I did? I just replaced the location of the numbers. I just replaced the location of the two numbers. Okay, so which means a number like A plus a number like B equal B plus A. There is no difference because 2 over 5 plus 1 over 5 equal 3 over 5. And also 1 over 5 plus 2 over 5 also it will equal 3 over 5. So nothing will change. So in the addition of the rational number, the commutative properties applied. We can replace the numbers by each others. No problem. Okay?
Okay.
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 Then the next property or the third one, actually it's the associative property.
Teacher, I have a question about the first property.
Yes, no problem.
I didn't understand it very much.
First one, you mean the closure?
Yes.
It's a very logic one. We just said that rational number, it's a Q, not R, plus any rational number equal rational number.
Yes,
Like,
but we can have like 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2 give us an integer.
okay, so 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2, it will equal 1, which is integer. And we said that all integers are rational numbers. All decimals are rational numbers. All percents are rational numbers, correct?
Okay.
Right, guys? Okay. Associative property, guys. So if there are three numbers like A and B and C, in this case, if we will say that A plus B between two brackets. So we are grouping two numbers between two brackets plus C. Actually, this one will be the same like A plus C, and then this time B, which is outside now. So this means grouping numbers between brackets, okay, and replacing the location of the number also is possible here in the addition. And this one is the associative property. So A plus B, then plus C equal A plus C plus B, and also equal B plus C plus A. All that are correct because 2 plus 3 plus 5. This one actually equal 10. So if I will solve it like this way, 2 plus 3 plus 5 equal 10. If it will be like that, 2 plus 5, then group these two numbers, then plus the remaining one, which is 3. 2 plus 5, 7 plus 3, also 10. So all are correct, right? So that one is the associative property. Okay, guys, is it clear?
Okay.
Okay, the next one is the existence of the identity element. Identity element or neutral element. In addition, guys, it is a 0. So the identity element or neutral element in addition is 0. Okay? Why it's a neutral element or the identity element? Simply because any number like A plus 0, it will equal A. So this means 2 over 7, for example, plus 0, of course, equal 2 over 7. Nothing will change. That's why we said that it's a neutral. The value will never change if we will add 0 to any number, right? So
Right.
0 is the identity element or the neutral element in the addition operation. Okay, guys?
Okay, mister.
The next point actually is very important. We studied that one before, but let me remind you with this. It's the existence of the additive inverse. So what do we mean by additive inverse? Simply, guys, if I want to get the additive inverse of any number, just change its sign. That's it. So it's very easy mystery. So do you mean that 2 over 5, the additive inverse for this one will be negative 2 over 5? Yes. If it's a negative 7 over 2, the additive inverse will be 7 over 2? Yes. So additive inverse means just I will change the sign of the number. Okay?
Okay.
One more important point on the additive inverse. I said that additive inverse of 2 over 3 is negative 2 over 3. Additive inverse of 7 is negative 7. Additive inverse of negative 3 is 3. Additive inverse of negative 1 over 2 is 1 over 2. Are we correct till now?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Okay. Take
Teacher,
care
we will
about
need
this
the
one.
additive inverse in the subtraction, yes?
Okay, we will discuss about this in the subtraction, okay? But now concentrate well on this point. Are we correct till this point now? The numbers
Yes,
are
mister.
correct?
Yes.
Okay, now concentrate on the next point. The number plus its additive inverse equals 0. Right?
Right.
Oh, yes,
So
mister, because of the negative.
exactly, because the number plus its additive inverse equals 0. Because actually the additive inverse is the opposite of the number. Correct? Additive inverse is the opposite of the number. On
Yes.
the number line, if this one is 0, and this one is -1, -2, and this one is 1 and 2. So if I want to add 2 and its additive inverse, which is -2. So now I will start from 2 and add -2. So 2 places to the left, 1, 2. So it will equal 0, right?
Yeah.
So the main point here, the number plus its additive inverse equals 0. So what do you think about 0 itself? What will be the additive inverse of
0
0?
doesn't have additive inverse.
Why? Why?
Because 0 is not
Because,
negative
Because 0
nor
is not
positive.
negative
Positive.
and non-positive.
Okay, but now there is one important concept. The number plus its additive inverse equal 0. So what do you think the additive inverse of 0 will be?
0, 0, mister.
Exactly. So all numbers we have to change the sign. 0 is the additive inverse of itself. Okay,
Okay.
are we clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
thank you.
Okay, one more point, and it's very important also. Any number, okay, concentrate. Any number like 2/3, -7/2, -100/3,
لا مستر انا
5,000.
حاسة علقت عندي في الحتة بتاعت الاديتيف ايدنتي
Okay,
ما
I will
سمعتش
explain it one more
بيجيب
time.
ازاي.
Okay, no problem. Just concentrate now, and then I will repeat it again. So a number like this one, or even -27/3, -2, 9. Okay, any number of these numbers, guys, if any number of these numbers or any other number to the power of 0, it will equal 1. Any number to the power of 0 equal 1, except 0.
Means
Clear?
if they wrote a
0
number
is
and they
1
put a
million,
0,
1 million to the power of 0 equal 1. 7,923 over 925 to the power of 0 equal 1.
means if
Negative
he didn't,
2,700, negative 2,700 over 3 to the power of 0 equal 1.
means 0 means no power.
Yes. So if the power is 0 of any
Means
number,
if we wrote an example, -100 over 3, that will be in 1.
yes, exactly. All these numbers which I wrote on the board, different
Means
numbers,
without powers.
all of them, if they are to the power of 0, so simply whatever the value of number between the two brackets, if it's to the power of 0, it will equal 1.
طب يا مستر احنا بنجيب في الاديتيف ايدنتيتي 0 ازاي؟
Additive identity, okay, or additive neutral, it's the 0 itself, nothing more. You have to know that additive identity or additive neutral is 0 on the addition. That's it, because 0 will never change any value or any number if you will add it to this number, like 5
What
plus
about
0.
0 power 0?
No, I said that, okay, all numbers to the power 0 equal 1 except 0. So 0 to the power 0 has no meaning. Okay?
Means 0.
Okay.
Okay, guys?
طب يا مستر في الاديتيف انفرس يعني مثلا لو جالي سؤال the additive
Additive
inverse
inverse, simply
of
not to waste the time. Additive inverse, just to change the sign. That's it. So if the number is like that,
I don't understand.
2, additive inverse will be -2. That's it. If it's 7/5, so -7/5. This is the additive inverse. Okay.
Okay.
If it's a negative 3/2, so the additive inverse is 3/2. Okay, guys? Okay, let's solve some examples. The additive inverse, I want to get the additive inverse of negative 3/5 to the power of 0. So the additive inverse of this one will equal negative 1.
Negative 1.
Why? Why? Because any number to the power of 0, even if it's a positive or negative, except 0, will equal 1. Therefore, the additive inverse will be negative 1.
مستر طب أنا عندي سؤال.
Yes.
أهم سؤال، طب لو كان 0 باور 0 هو ده أصلا حاجة؟
مش هيسألك في الكلام ده خالص، تمام؟
طب هو ده أصلا
لأن
حاجة يا
0
مستر ولا لأ؟
لأن 0 to the power 0 has no meaning. Okay?
أوكي يعني ماث ايرور.
طيب. The next question.
ماس ايرور اصلا يا مستر.
Exactly. I said it has no meaning. Okay? طيب. Not defined yet. The next question. And concentrate well on this one. I want to get the additive inverse of negative absolute value of negative 2/7. Wait. Here, actually, this number first will equal what? We said that the
2
value
over
of
7 because this is an absolute value.
okay,
No,
absolute
negative 2
value
over 7.
will be 2
Negative
over
2 over 7 because
but
there
there
are
is
a negative. There is a
negative
negative.
here. So this means there is negative outside the absolute value. So the number from the absolute value will be positive 2 over
Negative
7.
2 over
But there
7.
is negative here, so negative 2/7. So the additive inverse of this number will be 2/7. Just by changing the sign. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. But if it's like that, guys, just absolute value of negative 2/7 like this. So this number actually equal 2/7, and its additive inverse will be
Negative 2 over
negative
7.
2/7. Because this one is 2/7, so its additive inverse negative 2/7. Are we clear till this one?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. If there is a question like that, 1/3 plus 0 equals 1/3, and then this one is property. Which property, guys? Actually, this one is
Neutral.
Identity.
additive identity. Or also we can say that it's the neutral
Identity.
Neutral element.
okay, or neutral element. Okay, great. The next question. Negative 2/9 plus 2/9 equal 0. Which property?
Mr. Wait.
Additive inverse.
Additive. Additive.
Additive inverse. Great. The next question. 5/7 plus negative 1/2 equals negative 1/2 plus 5/7. 7. Just 1 second. This one, yes. So this one, which property?
Commutative property.
Very good. It's a commutative because here I just replaced the location of the
Just
two
يعني
numbers.
exchange the
So
two numbers.
Commutative property. Okay, one more question. F 2 over 3 plus x equal 2 over 3, then x equal
0
0.
Zero.
Great, because the number
is the same.
multi-change.
So
Then
that's
So
it is
the
the
number that changes
probability
the
of additive identity.
exactly. So this means the existence of the additive identity. Great. Okay, very good. So now, till now, guys, do we have any questions?
no, mister.
No, thank you.
Okay. Let's solve one more question before starting the subtraction operation. Use the addition properties to find 6 over 35 plus negative 5 over 11 plus 19 over 35 plus 10 over 22. How to solve this question? First point, I have to check if there's numbers here we can simplify it or not. 6 over 35, actually it's in the simplest form. 5 over 11, it's already in the simplest form. 19 over 35, it's already on the simplest form. What about 10 over 22? We can simplify it. So 10 over
5 over 11.
okay, we can divide the two numbers by 2. So this means these numbers will be the same, 6 over 35 plus negative 5 over 11 plus 19 over 35. And then simplify this one, divide the two numbers by 2. So plus 5 over 11, correct?
Teacher, I multiply them all.
No. Just
No,
wait.
it will.
Here in the question,
I
listen,
know
guys, listen to it. Listen, because this one is a very important question. Okay, and the solution steps is very important. Okay, now guys, how to solve this question? The first step is to rearrange the numbers, okay, so that I will write 6 over 35 plus, and instead of negative 5 over 11, I will replace it with this number, so that the two numbers with the same denominators becomes a side. So now 6 over 35 over 19 over 35, then plus negative 5 over 11 plus 5 over 11. This will be the first step. And this one actually is the
It's
commutative
called
property.
معلش
associative.
بس احنا عملنا نيجاتيف 5 اوفر ال 11 اللي هو 5 اوفر 11 تطلع 0
Okay,
عادي.
so the first step will be the commutative property. Now, the second step, I'm going to group each two numbers with the same denominators, like that. 6 over 19 over 35 between two brackets, then
مستر
plus
محمد فتح المايك وبياكل.
negative 5 over 11. Try to be more quiet, guys, and listen. Negative 5 over 11 plus 5 over 11. And actually, this property is the associative property, right?
Yeah, mister.
Then now, I'm going to add these two numbers. 6 plus 19, it's 25 over 35 plus add two numbers, negative 5 over 11 plus 5 over 11, it's 0. And this one is the additive inverse. Then continue to the next step. So a number plus 0, it will equal the same number, 25 over 35, which is the identity element. Now the last step is to simplify 25 and the 35.
احنا لما نيجي
Divide
نعمل
the
الانسر
numbers
اللي
by
لازم
5.
نعدي لازم تبقى ستيم اسمه إيه ده اللي قبل لما نيجي قبل ما نعمل ستيم فور لازم تبقى ايدنتيتي element ولا عايز نخليها مثلا
Because we just added 0, so this means identity element. Then simplify it will equal 5
5
over
over 7.
7. That's it.
مستر حضرتك باينة عندي يا مستر حضرتك عاملها additive inverse مش additive identity.
Additive inverse, okay?
مستر كتبتها
It's this one. Additive inverse, guys. This one. Okay? This one is the additive inverse.
also عندنا الاديتيف inverse اللي هي 25 over 35 0.
Okay? So these two numbers, negative 5 over 11 plus 5 over 11, this one is the additive inverse. Then it will become 25 over 35 plus 0. Now it's additive identity element. Then simplify it. Okay? Okay, one more example. Use the addition properties to find the same question like before. 4 over 5 plus negative 3 over 7 plus 1 over 5 plus 3 over 7. So in this question, first we will write down it will equal 4 over 5 and get this number aside to 4 over 5 so that they will be with the same denominator.
هو احنا لازم نخلي لازم نحط مستر 1 over 5 جنب 4 over 5 يعني لازم
Yes.
الدينومينيتور يبقوا زي بعض.
Exactly. This will be the solution steps. 4 over 5 plus 1 over 5, then plus negative 3 over 7 plus 3 over 7. That step, it's a commutative. Property. Then group the same numbers like 4 over 4, 4 over 5, sorry, plus 1 over 5, plus negative 3 over 7, plus 3 over 7. That step is the associative. Then add these two numbers. 5 over 5, which is equal 1, right? Plus negative 3 over 7 plus 3 over 7, it's a 0. And this step is the additive inverse. Now, 1 plus 0 equal 1. And this one is the identity element.
معلش يا مستر هو لو جاب لي مثلا 2 يعني زي بعض او جاب لي 2 different ممكن تيجي دي ولا ممكن يعني ولا استحيل
What do
تيجي؟
you mean? What do you mean by that?
يعني اقصد يا مستر لو جاب لي مثلا 10 over 10 بلس 5 over 10 وقال لي قال لي 10 over 10 و 5 over 10 وجاب لي 2 numbers غير بعض.
Two numbers ايه؟
يعني جاب لي 2 numbers مش different وجاب لي 2 numbers different.
No, it will not be like that because of course the numbers will be the same like this exactly so that we can use the properties. Then what the benefits of properties if the question of the number is not is different like you said now, right? So the numbers will be the same. At least the two numbers are the same so that we will replace the numbers commutative, group each like numbers, associative, add a number and its additive inverse, number plus 0, identity element, and so on. Because here, this question is to test your understanding for the addition properties. That's it. Okay? Okay, now the next part, it's about the subtraction. Subtraction of two numbers like a minus b, actually, this means it's A plus negative B. So subtraction process means the addition of the number and the additive inverse of the second number, right? It's like that. 5 minus 3 actually equal 2. It's the same like this. 5 minus, so change the minus to plus, and then this number, change its sign to be negative 3. So it will equal 2, right? Anyways, how to subtract numbers? If there are two numbers like 5 over 8 minus 3 over 8, if the two denominators are the same, just subtract directly. 5 minus 3 equal 2 over the same denominator, 2 over 8. Then simplify 1 over 4. Divide the two numbers by 2, so it will equal 1 over 4. Okay, guys, clear?
Yes.
Clear.
Okay. Now,
Clear.
if the two denominators are different, like this, 3 over 4 minus 5 over 6. Exactly like addition, but here subtraction. So now the denominator will be 24. Then 3 times 6, 18. 4 times 5, 20. 18 minus 20, negative 2 over 24, which means a negative 1 over 12. Okay, guys?
Okay.
Okay, great. The next question, if it's 5 over 7 minus 1, so 5 over 7 minus whole number 1 over 1, the two denominators will be 7. And this one will be 5, and this one will be 7, so it will equal, this one is 7, sorry. 5 minus 7, negative 2 over 7. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Another example like that one. Negative 2 over 5 minus 3 over 5. Now, negative 2 minus 3, negative 5 over 5. So it will equal negative 1, right?
Yes. Right.
Okay. One more example like this one. 2 mixed number. Guys, we agreed that whenever you see a mixed number, just convert it into improper fraction. So 5 times 4, 20, plus 1, 21 over 5, minus 8 times 3, 24, plus 1, 25
25 over 8.
Now the two denominators, 5 and 8, unify the two denominators, 40.
40.
21 times 8, 168. And then 5 times 25, 125. Now, subtract 168 minus 125. It will equal 43, I guess. Right?
Yeah, right.
43. So 43 over 40. Can I simplify it? No. Now in the simplest form. Are we clear till this point, guys?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds very good. Okay, let's solve this example. If A equal 3 over 4 and B equal negative 5 over 2 and C equal 1 over 2, find the numerical value of each of the following. أول حاجة find A minus B. طيب A minus B. To solve this question, I have to substitute with the values of A and B and analyze A minus B. So this means A minus B will equal, what will be the value of A? It's the 3 over 4. So 3 over 4 minus B.
Negative 5 over 2.
So negative 5 over 2. So now it will equal 1 second and listen to me carefully. Negative. Negative means
Equal positive.
positive. Very good. So negative. Negative means positive. So now it will become the 3 over 4 plus 5 over 2. So now the two denominators becomes 8. The first one is 6. The second one is 20. So it will equal 26 over 8. Now simplify the two numbers.
Simplify.
Divide by 2. So 13 over 4. That's it. Okay, clear?
ومثل ان انا على الكالكوليتر على طول.
Clear.
Okay, we can get the result by using the calculator, but this
Clear.
lesson is to teach you how to solve it manually without the calculator. I mean, the steps. But the simplify, you can do it by using the calculator.
Mister, where's numbers? Where's C?
Okay, so that was the first requirement. Now we will solve the second requirement. Okay, now this
Okay,
one is
but
clear.
where is C?
We didn't mentioned about C in this
هو
question.
قال لنا نعمل بس A minus B ده اللي
A
طلعنا
minus B
جبناه
on
C.
the first requirement. On the second requirement,
مستر معلش يا مستر ممكن تديني اذن بالريكورد عشان الريكورد عندي راح عشان اتاكد من عندي المكتوب وفتح تاني.
okay. So the next requirement is A plus B minus C. Here, guys, between the two brackets, A plus B. So we have to add A plus B first, then subtract C from the result. So it will be like that. A plus B. A means 3 over
2
4.
over 6.
Plus B, which is negative 5 over 2. Minus C, which is 1 over 2. So now unify these two denominators, which will be 4 plus, and this one will be 4 also between the two brackets like that. Then 3 times 2 is 6, 4 times a negative 5, negative 20, minus 1 over 2. 6 minus 20 means a negative 14 over 4, minus 1 over 2. Then again, unify the two denominators. So here 4 and 2, the two denominators will be 8. Now 14 times 2, negative 28. 4 times 1, it will be 4. So negative 28, concentrate, it's a negative 28 minus 4. So negative 32 over 8. Negative 32 over 8. I think there is a mistake.
Simplest form.
Just 1 second, just 1 second. It's a 3 over 4 minus 5 over 2 minus half. So this one, again, I will revise it. Okay, so here, yes. The denominator will be 8, not 4. Why we wrote 4? It's 8. Okay, so
انا
now
برضه
this
عمال اقول
one,
كده يا مستر بس بقول
yes.
بقى يمكن
Okay, if you trust, okay, on your answer, then tell me, mister, this is wrong. Okay, so
تمام.
this one will be negative 14 over 8. Now unify the two denominators, it will be 8.
طب يا مستر هو سؤال واحد يا
انا
مستر.
برضه في نفس اللحظه مش قلت حاجات صح.
Yes,
هو دلوقتي يا مستر ليه حضرتك قلت نيجاتيف 14؟
because 6 plus negative 20, like that.
yes, you mean the
What?
answer, yeah?
Negative 20, so it will be negative 14 over 8, then minus half.
Yes, okay. So
Then now
teacher,
again,
we also multiply the denominator with the numerator
28?
first.
Yes, we have to
yes,
unify
first.
the denominator. It will be 16 here and 16 here. Then now negative 28 and here 8. So negative 28 minus 8, it will equal
Plus minus 8.
negative 28
Plus-
minus 8 minus 36 over 16. I want to write it on the top there.
احنا قلنا يا مستر حضرتك
I will write
نقصتهم
it
من
here,
بعض.
guys. Here.
حضرتك نقصتهم من بعض يا مستر، فليه حضرتك ازاي خليتها نيجاتيف 28 over 16؟
Here, the two denominators, again, the two denominators will be 16, correct? 8 times 2. Then multiply 14 times 2. Here, there is a negative sign. Negative 14 times 2 means a negative 28. And here, 8 times 1, it will be 8. Now, negative 28 minus 8, it will be negative 36, correct? So, it will equal negative 36 over 16. Now, simplify this one, divide by 4, it will be negative 9, and the 16 divided by 4 will equal 4. So, negative 9 over. Okay, guys, clear?
Okay, mister.
Clear.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Actually, guys, that was lesson 3. Hopefully, all of you understood this lesson.